Ilia Topuria has finally spoken after sharing an update on his recent surgery, giving fans their first insight into how his recovery is progressing. Following the significant damage he sustained against Justin Gaethje at the UFC White House event, concern had already been growing throughout the MMA community. Now, as the details of his rehabilitation become clearer, many are beginning to understand just how long and demanding the road back could be.
He might never be the same fighter. He's undefeated. He got beaten badly. He pushed Justin Gaethje. He let his emotions get in the way a little bit. However, when you lose a fight like that, you know, you've been beaten. Like Prince Naseem Hamed. I mean, he was destroying everyone and he lost one fight. And he was never the same again, right?
Yeah.
Now you know you can be beaten. There's that doubt in there. Who knows? Maybe he comes back and he's a better version of himself. Yeah. But we don't know until that happens.
Ilia Topuria will look back and go, why didn't I let him up?
What about that 1 minute between the rounds? If Ilia had to come out with that 1 minute where they were looking at him and he said he couldn't see, Justin might have stopped him right then. Ilia had a full minute to completely recover that he should have gotten. Inexperienced doctor.
They overrode doctor who may not have been as experienced in this.
Mark said it was an inexperienced doctor. You gotta let them fight.
Gotta let them fight.
If they want to fight, you gotta let them fight.
Did it show on the broadcast Ilia like fainting when they were leaving or not?
Yeah, he was like resting on his brother's arms on the way out, like nearly collapsing into him quite badly. Dude, he's got a broken orbital, broken cheekbone.
Is that confirmed? I think that he's gonna.
Do you think Paddy's gonna beat Justin Gaethje?
Easy.
Wow, really easy.
Yeah, easy.
Really easy.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a crazy thing to say.
Based on the latest updates surrounding Topuria's recovery, he's expected to spend an extended period away from competition as he heals from the injuries suffered in one of the most demanding fights of his professional career. Although no official timetable has been confirmed, uncertainty remains over exactly when he'll be ready to return. For many fans, however, the biggest concern isn't just the amount of time he'll spend on the sidelines. It's how dramatically that fight altered the course of what had been expected to become one of the defining moments of his career. What was once viewed as another opportunity to strengthen his legacy has now become the starting point of a long recovery and a completely different chapter in his journey.
I think that Justin Gaethje can't win. Like, anybody can lose in an MMA fight. People get hit. Like in Ilia Topuria, one of his early fights, Herbert caught him with a head kick in the first round. Dustin is always just trying to you. This is a dangerous guy. He's a dangerous guy for anybody. He's always moving forward, trying to smash you. He leg kicks you from inside the clinch. People forget it. Gaethje's a warhammer, dude. That guy loves battles. It's not like this tactical take a chance here, take a chance there. No, everything's take a chance. It's like from the very beginning of the fight. The way he fought, you're like, good Lord.
Yeah. Heading into the event, expectations surrounding Ilia Topuria had never been higher. Many fans and analysts believed this would be the performance that elevated him from an elite UFC champion to one of the biggest names in all of combat sports. The White House event provided an enormous platform, with the spotlight firmly focused on Topuria. There was a widespread feeling that another impressive victory would take his career to an entirely new level, strengthening his reputation and pushing him even closer to global superstardom.
You feel he was broken after he didn't get that finish?
I never felt he was broken because he was so dangerous at the whole time. But in the third round, when I started landing those jabs, when he started finding his back foot, I knew something was different.
I mean, it was fight of the night, but, you know, fight of the year, fight of the whatever. It's one of the greatest fights you'll ever see. It was incredible. And especially when you got a guy, I don't know where it ended up, but 6, 7, 8-1 underdog, and then comes in and does what he did tonight. And then Ilia, I mean, the body shots that Ilia hit Gaethje with in that round. And then Gaethje gets through it. Gaethje's about to get into, you know, an arm bar. He almost got into a triangle. I mean, just you saw everything in that fight.
Justin Gaethje, the biggest underdog on the card. Ilia Topuria, the new sensation, the new superstar of the sport, just got pieced up, demolished, and stopped by the doctor at the end of round 4. Justin Gaethje, the highlight, gets it done at the White House, does the backflip off the octagon. Oh my God.
Instead, he found himself standing across from Justin Gaethje. What made this fight so significant was that it wasn't decided by a single dramatic moment or one perfectly timed strike. The punishment built steadily as the contest unfolded, round after round, Gaethje imposed relentless pressure, prevented Topuria from settling into his usual rhythm, and repeatedly forced him into difficult exchanges. Little by little, he turned the fight into the kind of grueling battle that has defined his reputation as one of the toughest and most dangerous competitors in mixed martial arts. As the later rounds approached, the effects of that punishment became increasingly clear. The damage Topuria had absorbed was impossible to overlook, with the swelling around his eye becoming one of the biggest talking points after the event. Images released following the fight quickly spread across social media, leaving many fans stunned by the visible toll such a demanding contest had taken.
What's going to happen to him? Walking forward with their hands down on the opening bell, you're going to get walloped.
People saying that he reminds us of you and all that stuff.
No way, does he? He has the same tattoos, he says the same stuff.
Right in front of you, son.
Shit!
Right in front of you. Do something about it.
He does the same fucking movements.
Have they understood it? You have...
He was going to scream on the thing.
Yeah.
I wish him well. He's alright, I like him. Maybe.
Justin Gaethje. Well in, lad. Undisputed champion, you deserve it after your career. But now I want that rematch. I am going to finish BSD and I want that rematch with Justin Gaethje for the undisputed title. I told you, didn't I? It was fate. Justin Gaethje, man, that's off to you. You deserve it for the fucking heavy career you've had. You absolutely deserve it, lad. Everyone gave me shit for getting beat by him. What now? What now, lad? Thought he was finished. Thought he was 38. Thought he was over the hill. And then he just beat you. Greatest fighter of all time, Ilia Topuria. You fucking gang of gobshite. I went 5 with him. I took every fucking shot that he threw at me and kept walking forward. This little bitch has just quit after 4 rounds. That's what this little bitch has just done. Look at him, sat on his stool. I kept fucking walking forward at Gaethje for 5 rounds and didn't have an ounce of quit in me.
Although there has been plenty of online speculation about possible fractures and the details of Topuria's surgery, one thing is clear to almost everyone. The injuries were serious enough to require an extended period of recovery. That's exactly why his latest update has drawn so much attention. Fans aren't focused only on the injuries themselves. They're trying to understand what those injuries could mean for the future. How long will Topuria be sidelined? How much valuable training time will he miss? And perhaps the biggest question of all, what will the lightweight division look like by the time he's ready to compete again? Those questions remain difficult to answer because the landscape of the division has changed dramatically since that fight. Justin Gaethje's victory opened new opportunities for his own career, while leaving one of the UFC's biggest stars facing uncertainty for the first time in a long while. One of the more surprising aspects has been the reaction from parts of the MMA community. Whenever a high-profile fighter suffers a major defeat after building enormous momentum, criticism is almost inevitable. Since the event concluded, social media has been filled with negative comments, jokes, and people attempting to judge Topuria's entire career based on a single difficult performance.
Greatest night in the history of MMA by far.
Yeah.
There's nothing that's ever going to top this until something does.
I don't think anything is ever going to top this, man. This was...
And when we think about Ilia Topuria, who was ubiquitously regarded with Islam Makhachev as 1 or 1A in terms of the pound-for-pound kings, going to be fascinating to watch this mixed martial arts athlete rebuild, because that was a destructive loss for him and his legacy.
Yeah, and who knows what kind of damage he took, because we could be looking at broken orbital bones.
Orbital looks, the way he swole up.
Yeah.
I'm no doctor. Right. I know we like to play doctor at times. We sometimes be saying diagnosis, but his eye, the way it was so black and blue and closed.
Ilia loses to Justin. What did you think of the fight?
When I saw that, I couldn't believe, to be honest. And yeah, I was happy.
So what did you think about how it actually played out?
He felt so confident that, like, I'm going there and knock him out. He didn't even use his jab. He was just wanting to throw his right hand and knock him out right away. But like Justin, he's a dog, you know, and like he has a good chin. Justin did a good job.
It seemed like the doctor was calling it off, but then they let it go. What did you think of that?
They should stop him on the 3rd round because his eye was closed and he couldn't see. He wanted to fight, but like his brother said, no, that's enough.
Do you feel like he quit?
I mean, of course he did.
Many fighters, however, have been quick to reject that criticism. Their reasoning is straightforward. Very few athletes truly understand what it takes to stand across from Justin Gaethje inside the octagon. Fights against him are known for the tremendous physical and mental toll they take, and recovering from that kind of punishment often requires months of work. That's why so many experienced veterans have continued to show Topuria respect despite the outcome of the fight. Now the attention turns to what comes next. Some fans believe the UFC should look to book an immediate rematch once Topuria has fully recovered. Others feel both fighters should take different paths for now and revisit the matchup at a later stage. There are also many who believe the setback could eventually become one of the defining moments of Topuria's career, pointing out that some of MMA's greatest comeback stories began after painful defeats. But that's the reason this surgery update has generated so much discussion. The operation itself isn't the biggest story. It's what it represents. For the first time in years, Ilia Topuria is no longer being talked about as the unstoppable force dominating the division. Instead, the conversation is centered on his recovery, the adversity he's facing, the uncertainty surrounding his future, and whether he can rebuild after the toughest challenge of his professional career. Although no one knows exactly when he'll make his return, one thing seems beyond doubt. The next time Ilia Topuria steps into a UFC octagon, the eyes of the entire MMA world will be fixed on him, waiting to see how he responds and whether this difficult chapter becomes the beginning of an even greater comeback.